Somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule. We won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one you're missing, the one you wanna call when you're feeling low, I'm not the only one you're kissing. And I don't give a, the one you're looking for in the crowd, the one that calm your mind when it gets too loud. If I'm not the one you want around, then I don't give a.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Absolutely wonderful. How are you?
Hi, Grindr. Hi, Chrissy.
Chili Bean.
Hi, Chili Bean.
Hi, Grinder. Hi, Chrissy.
Peekaboo. How are we?
It's hot here.
I believe it.
It's ungodly hot here.
Now take off all your clothes.
I did earlier, but then we had this, and I thought, oh, I better put some clothes on.
Ungodly hot leaves me to believe that there is a godly hot. What is godly hot?
Godly hot's like 75. That's
because you never hear anybody say it's godly hot out here. It's ungodly hot out here.
It's like that perfect bath water temperature.
Bath water.
Mm-hmm.
That's about like swimming pool if you want it in the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, when you're saying it's ungodly, it's a nice way of saying it's hellishly hot.
It's as hot as hell.
That depends.
On.
Well,
I
guess it depends on your religious background, I suppose.
Well, no. Well, it's
because in paganism, hell is not a hot place, but in Christianity,
it's a god.
It's a hot place.
She's a god, I should say. It's like Tartarus, or not Tartarus. That's like Hades. People are like, it's hot as Hades. I'm like, Hades is the god. Tartarus is the place. My God.
I mean, have you ever seen Hades? He might be hot. Who knows?
Well, I think Hades could be probably one of those creatures that could look anything he wants to look like.
Persephone thought he was hot.
Yeah. Hot enough to flirt with, anyway.
Apparently. I was going to do my makeup.
But?
And now all of a sudden I don't want to. I don't know. I think it's because I was going to do it to make some more TikTok content. And then I was like, I don't have any content I want to make. So I have no idea what. I don't want to do it. So I was going to keep everybody company.
Okay.
Because I realized I have a lot of drafts to post. So.
You want to dance, rabbit?
No.
Wow, just her facial expression right there. Go back and see the replay. You'll see so how dead on I just killed her spirit asking her that question.
You offended her sensibilities. Well, today I got to the part of Game of Thrones that I haven't seen yet. Only took
Yay. Instead of I get drunk and I know things, me and Rabbit's more like we get high and we know things. My friend started playing this game called Sons of the Forest, and I'm kind of interested in it.
Kinda.
Kinda, a little bit, maybe, not really. Maybe.
But I'm not sure. I would like to see like screenplay, but that's
You
not.
think about it, but then you got high. You were gonna
Seems
think
legit.
about it, but then you got high.
Possibly.
Chrissy wants to know how hot it is.
Here,
How hot is it?
it is technically 88 degrees, but it feels like 105.
Yep.
Well, I'm
Means
going to
the
keep my mouth
humidity
shut
through
then.
the freaking roof.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut then.
Yours higher than that?
No, no.
Yours is probably my favorite, like in the 70s, right?
Yep.
Michigan,
Hold
72.
that thought. Because it was 85 this morning.
Chrissy says she's got you beat.
Oh, I know you do.
Like, girl, you on the equator.
Equator?
Well, a deep subject for Charlotte Minds. It says, I'm a little confused.
It says you're a little confused.
One thing says it's 80,
I got it.
and then it also says 93.
Does it say feels like next to it? Or is it slash? Well, then your low is the first
I think
one.
that just means my high for today was 93. The current temp is 80. The low for today is 72, but it's calling for rain, so that's why the temp went down. But I know this morning it was 85 fucking degrees at like 10 o'clock. And I was like, damn, it's going to be a scorcher today.
It's gonna be a hot time the whole time tonight. Woo, woo.
I'm at 76, feels like 76. Tomorrow is supposed to be 80.
Mine doesn't say what it feels like it is.
You have humidity then.
Feels like
You know what it feels like? It feels like swamp ass outside. That's what it feels like. I started watching Supernatural last night, y'all.
Yeah.
Took me over a fucking year to start watching that damn show.
The first season isn't very good.
It's all right.
It's not as good as the rest of the series.
You want to know what popped on my For You page today?
A lot of cherry stuff.
No, just
Oh.
one particular cherry.
Just one? Just the one, dear.
And it was Goat's last call with Bling duetting it.
Yeah, I saw that too yesterday.
That was on my For You
Or
page.
today. Okay, I have a question.
And we might
Okay.
have answers.
A lot of people keep saying she died on the 4th of July.
No.
She
died
did
on
not.
the 3rd.
Third.
I know.
Right.
I got the call. And I don't know whether I should correct them or not. Do you know what I
I
mean?
would.
Just leave it be. I wouldn't. Just
Part
leave
of
it
me
be.
just is like, that's wrong. It's just weird. It's a weird thing for me to. It's just weird.
I just leave it be. Because it doesn't matter what day she left, she left. That's the way I
That's
look
true.
at it. Because calling them out, trying to correct them on it, what
You're just
purpose
gonna
is it
start an
serving?
argument, yeah.
Exactly.
It's not serving any purpose for either party other than the satisfaction of one being right and the other being wrong.
I'll be right back,
And
guys.
in this particular case,
Okay, got it.
I just kind of shrug it off and leave it be. Because, as her name implies, regardless of whether it was the third or the fourth, she was still the prettiest firework and the prettiest bomb pop in the sky. So,
I'm not gonna argue that.
Nope. No argument there.
I have been working on something for the channel, but I've got to finish 1 or 2 more pieces before it's completed.
Okay.
But I can't wait for you to see it. I have it like 95% done. 95. Which is good for Bean, because I've been busy.
Chrissy says it was the third. Someone tried to argue with me that it was the first, and I wasn't even arguing. It just came up, and I said, yes, the third is 1 year.
Yep.
Let somebody try to argue with me. This week, let somebody try to argue with me about it. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not going to go picking no fight, but let somebody pick one with me. I got receipts.
So do I.
Come at me.
I got receipts.
Especially let it be somebody who's like not even, part of the circle.
Yeah.
As big as her circle was, she had rings like a tree.
I know it did. Goat, I know.
What goat right ahead mouth about now?
You said it
Yeah,
took
I
a
know.
lot
Make
for me to
that
make that
last
last call
call.
video.
Yeah.
I know.
I wanted to make a video kind of like what Draco's did, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's not
I sent you the one with goat today. I think I sent it to you with Bloom
probably.
because I just saw it like right before I came on.
The audio I shared with you, Jelly Bean, I really wanted to make a video with that, with clips of her. But at the same time, I really didn't want to get into it with anybody.
Somebody wants to get into it, block them. Delete and block. If I could, Vixie, if I was good enough at it, it would take me forever to do if I was to start on it now. But I would love to take her Care Bear and animate it to that audio.
Oh.
That would be so fucking
If you
awesome.
give the block, if you give hubby the permission and give him the picture, if you could do the side pictures too, he could do a 3D.
Oh, I won't talk about doing it 3D. I was going to do like a 2D cartoon.
I know, but he could probably do it.
Wait a minute. We have someone who can do that. We just got to ask him really, 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 really nicely.
He's always busy.
It's like, sir, I know you're busy, but this is kind of important. Please.
Yeah, except that his remote takes back.
I swear to God, I'm trying to come up. It keeps dropping me off before I come up. It's my bad. It's entirely my bad. The computer's super duper laggy. Of course, it's super laggy today. Family game night's tonight, so it's gonna make so I can't play.
Pissy, yeah.
They don't want you to win.
But yeah, I can't. I don't think that I could do the what Vixie's saying I could do with the thing. I could in theory, but it was I've tried with other stuff. Haven't actually been able to do the converting of 2D to 3D things as much as I've tried that a couple times. It's just I've never completed a project on that. By the same token, though, if you have a script that you want to have in her words, I can use the I can put that in
the generator.
I can put that into the voice lab and have it use that.
That would be cool.
I would have to redo her Care Bear because the way I have it drawn, I'd have to do hers again, and the way that Procreate does cartoon animation is each layer is a
Yeah, that's the way
screen.
GIMP does it too.
And so, could I do it? Maybe. It would take me a long fucking
Probably
time.
could do it. He's just not. He just doesn't trust himself.
It's okay. I kind of want to do it because I've been learning about it here and there against my will from TikTok because they
Against my will.
Well, I mean, I didn't go looking for it. It found me, kind of deal.
If you have some, if you can do walk cycles and stuff like that, just frame by frame. If you can do a couple of those and stuff, I can set up a thing where using it as a sprite and using it to animate it. Actually, I can do that in Blender, so I can set it up so that the cartoon could be walking in a 3D environment.
I think if we're gonna do a cartoon of her talking, I'll probably just do it from like shoulder, like a bust.
Oh yeah.
From like shoulders up, and just move the mouth to make it work, and play around with it.
Damn it.
I just got to get my ass hyper focused on it.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best thing to do.
I'm a little butt hurt today.
Why?
Myrtle knows why.
Yeah, I know. It'd be more than a little
Are we just gonna vague, or are we gonna actually tell everybody?
For the sake of being non-confrontational, I'm gonna be as vague about it as possible, but I'll shoot you the deets.
Okay.
In the WhatsApp. Basically, to leave names at things.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody.
Do we all know? Well,
Somebody. Sorry.
Somebody commissioned something that they, and bear in mind, they didn't pay for it. They didn't.
Okay.
Ooh, it's thundering. Sorry. They didn't offer any kind of compensation for the work put into it. They didn't really contribute other than an idea. Keyword. They just gave an idea.
Right.
Hey, can you draw such and such, such and such? Yeah, sure. It's for such and such, such and such. Okay. And because of the fact that it was specifically stated that it was for that unique purpose, that is why that particular piece has not been used elsewhere. Because the artist wanted to keep it, what's the best word for that?
Privatized?
Well, not really private, but in my opinion, the value of it, to keep it
specific
limited.
to his site?
There.
Specific to his control?
Well,
their control?
You know how the word love gets used a lot and it kind of cheapens it?
Yeah.
So when you keep things where it's completely original and there's a one-of-a-kind factor to it, yeah, that kind of thing. Well, now this person who commissioned said artwork is now putting it on their social media, didn't ask permission to the artist's knowledge. The person that it was created for, the artist hasn't heard from to find out if they gave permission. Because if they gave permission, it's their piece.
Right.
And kind of leaves the artist wondering if they're going to cite credit or if they're going to take credit and are plagiarizing.
A very fine line.
Did the person who's putting this up on their social media? Are they the one that paid for it?
They didn't
They
pay.
didn't pay
They
for
never
it.
paid for it.
They didn't pay for it at all.
Nope.
No.
Oh my gosh! I had this. Something I'd tell you what happened with Dixie. I was in contact with this kid in Russia, and he made I was asking around see if I was getting models for 3D models for my comic strip, and he was going to use he was going to do the thing, and he was going to make like 10 models for him. And I was talking to him, and he's like, "Okay, here's the first one," and he sends me the model. I haven't paid yet. I'm like, dude, don't do that. You send me pictures
Don't do
of the
that
model.
ever.
I can tweak as necessary, but do not send the person the model until they paid for it. Do not send the person the art until they paid for it.
68 perfects, though.
Yeah, gaslighting's a bitch, Chrissy.
What are you wearing? My mom used to.
Because that's what that
Poor
is. That's
kid had no
gaslighting.
clue. He's lucky we were honest. Because this kid had no clue. He was sending pretty much finished pieces to us for free. He would have been people.
People would have
Well,
taken
see,
advantage of it.
Basically, kind of like if I was to come to hubby and say, "Hey, can you design something for me for Goat?"
Right.
And then hubby be like, "Yeah, sure." And out of the kindness of his heart, doing that,
Mhm.
and then sending it to me, and then I give it to Goat, and that's strictly for Goat to use, not for me, but for him. And then for me to take that and put that on my social media, like say it was a figurine of Goat's dad who passed away.
Okay.
And then me taking that without asking Goat's permission and putting that on my,
Social media.
Facebook, Insta, whatever. I didn't pay hubby to do it. Hubby did it out of the kindness of his heart. To me, that's shitty.
Without any representation to the artist.
You can't see any signatures.
This is why when I use
Yeah.
Rich's stuff, I have transported his initials to everything that he doesn't frickin' initial. And
Yeah.
also have a thank you at the end of the Cards Against Humanity one, which I'm going to have to redo. Because this just, there's appropriate and inappropriate ways to do shit, people.
So the artist has kind of been debating on whether people should be going and being like, "Hey, nice photo."
Who did it?
Oh, don't even ask who did it. Just be like, "Yeah, nice," and just see what their response is. Because usually an honest person is going to say, "Oh, thank you. So-and-so did that for me."
Right.
But if
There are
they
times.
don't,
There are times
Curious as to what they're going to say.
There are times on Facebook. There are times on Facebook where people will be over here and they'll post comic strips. The funny things are over here, and they post the image they just lifted from the comic, thrown it right up there. And I'll go in the comic if I know what comic it is and the link to it. I'll say, yeah, that's from like Ogloff or whatever, and here's the link to that comic. I will always I will attribute to the artist because like dude, give the artist some attribution. That's not your stuff. And if you're going to post it, say, and if you want to post it, that's fine. But make sure people know who did it.
right?
Give
I know I'll
attribution.
snag stuff off of Facebook that people in my Nintendo groups or other stuff will post all the time, and I'll just like copy and paste it into our Discord. But I don't ever try to say that I made it or that I did it.
Yeah.
If I don't know, then it is
Then
what
you
it
don't
is.
know.
I'm sharing it for the content of it, not to gain credit for the work.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind people sharing stuff as long as you're gonna cite credit, especially when it's something personal like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not like the artist is going to be making money off of it anyway. But the fact of the matter is it was done for a specific person, and the person who's using it is not the one that it was done
That it was
for.
made for.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy's gonna message you, Jellybean, about it.
Okay.
Ty.
Because I'm nosy. It's okay. I'm nosy too. I spill you tea. We'll have a tea party on Facebook.
Pour it out.
Or Discord,
Pour it out!
wherever you want it to go. I'm just not trying to, like, drag somebody that don't need to be dragged, potentially, just in case they had permission from the person that it was made for. Because that's the one, like, key ingredient that's missing from the equation.
As to whether or not they had permission.
Mm-hmm. Because if that person gave permission, so be it. You know? It is what it is. Because, I mean, I personally have had people, like, y'all have even seen where Jesse has even asked me, you know, hey, do you mind if I do such and such? If you care enough to ask, then I don't care if you use it. I don't care if you do it. It is what it is. I've had people ask me, like, for y'all's Care Bears that I've done. It's like, I'm not selling them. I'm not making money. It's just for the channel and for its purposes. And they'll be like, hey, can I set that as my profile picture? Yeah, I drew it for you. I can't use it as my profile picture.
I only use it on here if I walk away from the screen and put it up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yours to do with what you
Like
want
that.
to. Yeah. See,
Purdy. That's the only thing I use mine for.
I don't like being an asshole unless I absolutely have to be.
Liking
some
being an
people
asshole
just
and needing
be-
to being one is two different things.
Yeah, kind of like Mufasa said, you know, don't go looking for trouble. I'm not trying to, but it keeps wanting to find me. It's looking for me.
Oh, by the way, Miss Vixie and Mr. Rabbit,
Yes.
I had to go weigh in today.
Yeah.
Yes.
I lost 3 pounds from my gain.
All right.
Yay.
I didn't lose it all, but 3 pounds is 3 pounds.
Yes,
And I'm
it
going to
is.
brag for a second. I got to know that before you did.
Oh.
It's only because
That's why
she already
she
told
didn't
me
call
it was
me
time.
out that time. I
Yes,
already
because
knew
we-
about it.
Well, we had already talked earlier, so.
Yeah, because we played Fall Guys earlier, and then you told me you had to go to your appointment.
Well,
It's
I
okay.
gotta leave in about 15 minutes to go to my class.
I just like to put the little star on my homework when I get to be the chosen one for once.
For once. For once. Excuse you, ma'am. For once.
All right, everybody. Peppercorns, play nice.
We've had this conversation, Miss Jellybean.
No, we didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna make it worse, Jelly.
Oh, dang.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
I was just letting you know. You
Thought
reap
that
what
was
you
my
sow.
job.
Get your baby girl under control, Diane.
I don't know what's funnier.
What's
I do.
funnier?
I do, but that's
Mhm.
beside the point.
The fact that she thinks he controls me.
Y'all are.
You notice there ain't no response there, right?
You know the dynamic. It don't work that way.
I know.
There's such a common misconception that doms are the ones in control of the relationship. No.
Shh,
They're
don't be
not.
telling people that. That's my questionnaire.
They're not.
If you don't know the answer to that, you don't need to be anywhere near it. It's one of my main questions. Who's in control?
If
Well,
you
who's
say
the
dom, the answer's wrong.
You're
That's all
wrong.
I'm going to say.
Move on.
As they say, consent is key.
Yep.
And brats don't consent to shit. We don't. You got to talk us into it. It's like a pitfall. It's like we're silent consenters. If you don't know how to read the body language, you don't know how to read the facial expressions, go find you another one.
So
Go find a book.
I'll probably be late to family game night.
That's okay. Better late than never.
And
It's not like you're gonna
tomorrow-
lose points.
I might.
Yeah, you don't know if I'm still doing that. Maybe I'm still doing that. You just nobody.
No, you're not.
Baloney.
We already know she knows.
I was told they know.
They know they made a video.
They know.
Okay. See then? Can I say it? Can I say it? Can
No.
I say it now? Since
Yes.
they know. But
Pretty
they
please.
know. I've held it back since the day you drew the winner.
Jelly Bean's dying.
No, he needs to be the one to say it.
Yeah, my sister, Jenna.
Congratulations, Jenna! Okay, I got it out.
Surprisingly, this. Oh, I lost. I'll give it to Jenna. Hi, Eliza.
There's Eliza.
I don't see no Eliza.
I see Eliza.
I do. Hello, Grinder. Don't know nothing. Congratulations.
Yeah, mine's
I
taking a minute
know,
to
I
update.
know. I just started on Monsters Care Bear. I've got to do Chrissy's. I got to do Jenna's. I think that's all that's left. Unless anybody else wanted one that doesn't have one.
There it is. Hi,
Who
Eliza.
doesn't have one?
Who doesn't have one?
I know. I
Chrissy
just started
doesn't
on
have one.
Monsters today. Chrissy says she still wants hers, and I've got to do one for Jenna. And I already know what I'm doing for Jenna. I just got to get down to it.
Hey, what are you doing for Jenna?
Me and you already talked about that.
Oh, god damn it. Was I high?
Probably. Are you
What a
ever
question.
not high, Rabbit?
I was gonna say something similar to that, but you know.
I mean, if she don't like it, I'm blaming you.
No, I decided on everything?
Yes.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, you
my
did.
life sideways.
Because you were the one that told me to make one for her. And you were like, yeah, you should do this and this and this. And I'm like, cool, I'll get on it. I haven't started it yet.
So you can still
But I
make
can't.
changes, Rabbit.
Quickly.
Nope. I already know what I'm doing. I just got to do it.
I was trying to be nice to the rabbit. Come on.
She was
Nope,
trying to
not
help.
being nice to the rabbit. He's been mean to his sister. This is called getting even.
Is that what that is?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
what that is?
Do we know what that
Leveling
is?
the
I don't
playing field.
know. Okay.
I mean, of course she's going to love it because, I mean, hello. I don't think I've
Oh.
drawn a Care Bear that somebody didn't like.
Not that I'm aware.
See, I hear no objections. Myrtle liked
mine. Mine's
hers.
cute.
Vixie liked hers. Hubby liked his. Rabbit liked his. I mean... Cherry even liked hers. She was the first one, and she told me she loved it.
Yes, she did. She's so excited she sent it to me.
And she was supposed to be ordering it and a few other stickers, but then shit
Liza
happened.
asked if anybody got a green one.
If anybody what?
Got a green Care Bear.
A green Care Bear?
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's like a solid green one. I know Madness's has got green accents. I don't even know. Hold that thought. Grab my tablet.
You didn't want to show your butt?
Nope, not showing my ass today. Karma's a bitch. If I show my ass, somebody's gonna show me theirs, and I may not want to see it.
Well, and I had such big plans.
Oh.
I just want
Another
to see
day,
it cute.
another
I wanna see
day.
how cute it was, you know? She ain't no fun.
Ooh. I gotta ask Monster again what a couple of his answers were to my questions, because I want to say he said, I know he said honey badger,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to say he said his favorite color was red, and I think I need a second color from him.
I don't remember what color I said for my sister.
Purple.
I
We're
remember
just
the
gonna
animal.
have to wait and see, huh?
I think I remember the animal.
No, I don't have a green one. Everybody's favorite colors. Madness's was blue and green, but that's as close as we got to a green one. Because hubby is yellow, rabbit is yellow, and everybody else is either purple or blue. Except Goat. He's like galaxy printed. And Vixie's is red. Because that's Vixie's favorite.
Yep.
Eliza said she didn't like hers. She loved hers.
But you didn't not like it, which was the point. Whether you
No.
liked it or you loved it.
She said,
I've never heard a negative comment.
I loved mine, is what she said.
Like, Planet Flipside's got the biggest damn folder in my Procreate. Between the Flipside characters, my comic character for our cartoon D&D that I'm still waiting to find out when we're doing.
So am I.
Jimmy's milk carton,
As soon
the
as I know,
Christmas
you'll know,
cookies.
Jody. Promise.
Oh, I know. I'm just excited because every time I get into my Flipside folder and I see it, I'm like, damn, I wonder when we're doing that. We'll get to it eventually.
Sooner or later, maybe. Who knows?
I have to get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Woo!
You know I adore the man, but he can be flaky.
True that.
You just fell, Chrissy.
I think all men are flaky.
Are you okay?
Rabbit, are you speaking from experience?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chrissy,
Considering you
Rabbit?
yourself are flaky.
Jelly, we got to tell Rabbit what we did today. That one race that we did.
He did it earlier.
Oh, did he?
While him and Jenna were playing, he started talking about it, and I was like, me and Myrtle did that one earlier. And we were talking about
I'm
you.
sorry, Chrissy.
What's the matter? What happened?
She fell down.
Oh, no! Ma'am, you gotta be careful.
Careful.
Are we talking about that slider one where you have to hit the right things right?
Talking
Yeah.
about the skateboard one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I didn't get to see him do it, though. I got to hear him do it.
Oh, it was funny. You should have seen us trying to. We were inch by inch our way up.
Sitting there just running. Just running.
Seeing our little guys just running. Oh my God, our bees. It was funny.
The other one that we did, and then when Jenna was complaining about her thumb hurting when we were playing Mario Party. I was like, yeah, my thumb's still swollen from this morning.
Oh no, Eliza, you're not supposed to do that either.
That one, the bridges that hate you,
Yeah.
or bridges that don't like you.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think
Why are you
I'm the one that won that one, didn't I? Yeah.
ladies?
What?
Why
Eliza's-
are we
Chrissy
punishing
falls.
ourselves today? Chrissy falls. Eliza spilling cold water on her crotch.
Hey,
Better
I'm
than
a-
hot.
do you know if
Better
I'm
than
hosting tonight on Animal Crossing?
Say that again.
Do you know if I'm hosting tonight on Animal Crossing?
I have no idea. That's not my
Yes,
Yupman.
Dan.
Gonna have to ask them.
Nose goes. Not me.
Oh, now it's definitely Jellybean's turn.
If it's Jellybean's turn, the show's going to be canceled because I won't be there. Because my husband's coming home in a little bit.
Woo!
That was a quick trip.
I'll tell you what that fucker did this morning. He called me. And was like,
You told me, man. That was funny.
he was like, do you want me to come home or do you want me to spend the night in Kenley? Which is an hour away for those that don't live here. I'm like, really? I was in the middle of editing drafts to get ready to post on TikTok.
Oh, that must have been after we talked then.
Oh, it was. It was.
I was gonna say, cause this morning though, he every 2 minutes you said he was calling.
First, I wake up with his alarm because he needs to get up and get ready to go to work. And then I wake up again because he came back in the house complaining about his truck's batteries were dead. And I'm like, okay, I can't fix that. I don't know what you want me to do. And then next thing I know, he gets up on the bed and I'm like, okay, I'll just take this arm and go back to sleep while you wait. And then I get woke up again. Oh, well, they're here. Time for me to go. It's like, okay. I've already said bye to you like 4 times this morning. When are you actually leaving so I can finish my nap? Which, I can't complain. I've been sleeping off and on since yesterday.
I went to bed at like 8 something yesterday. I went to bed early.
I went to bed late, but I also took a good nap yesterday. A couple times. Now I don't feel like I'm sick, so that's good. So apparently all that sleep was useful.
Good.
Because my head hasn't been stopped up for a little bit now. So that's good.
Okay, everyone. I hate to do this. I got to go to get ready for my last class.
Don't you dare hate to leave. You leave and go take care of you, boo-boo. That's more important.
Pardon me.
Your class and your health is more important than makeup table. I said it.
I know you did.
Because we love
Like I
you
said,
and we want you to be around a long time.
I don't know if I'll come back on the table or not. It depends on how grading class is. But I
That's
should
fine.
be able to
That's
join.
understandable.
As long as you show up, at least in the comments. And
I
let
should
us
be
know
able
how
to.
it went.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't even have to play if you don't want to.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's why
We'll see
I
how I
said it's
feel
up to you.
afterwards.
Okay.
Ty.
Love you.
you,
Bye.
Chris.
We love you.
Bye. Bye.
Try to have a good class.
It's my last one. It's my graduation class. So.
Oh, cool.
Be a good girl and have good graduation and send us lots of cap and gown photos.
Yeah, right.
You said graduation.
Goodbye.
That's a big deal.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. I'm so proud of her.
Me too.
Comment. Oh, it's Eliza. She said bye. Rabbit, what you eating?
Chicken and French fries.
Yummy.
Stinker.
What kind of chicken?
Chicken tenders.
Sounds delicious. I had chili mac for lunch today. It was really good. It's not something I have very often, but it was good. I make it myself. It's cheap.
We don't allow that here.
What, making it yourself?
Chili mac. It's not a thing here.
Why not? You like it too much?
Mm-mm.
You hate it?
I hate the concept.
Oh, it's so good. I didn't get into it until
Goat
a few years
loves
ago.
the shit, and I'm like, sir, not in my house. Eat it elsewhere. You can pretend that no. As long
On
as I
top
don't
of
see it, I don't know about
spaghetti,
it.
ladled on top of spaghetti like spaghetti sauce with fresh onions, cheese, and a little bit of sour cream. So good.
I can't do it, Vixie.
Why not?
Like, if you put, okay, like, the Chicago style or St. Louis style spaghetti where you've got, like, the noodles and then you put chili and then you put, like, a mountain of fucking cheese on top of it and eat it like
That's
that.
how I make
That's
it.
fine. That's fine.
That's how I
But
make
chili mac, like chili mac here is where you put chili in macaroni and cheese.
it. Oh, no.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! I feel
It's
so
a
much better
whole
now.
different concept. There's different textures going on that.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's
Who
why
makes
I'm
it
like,
together?
if the mac and cheese
There's
is
no
good
stuff
enough,
on
it
your
does
face,
not
Jelly
need
Bean.
anything else. If the mac and cheese is what it ought to be, it doesn't need help. It is beautiful on its own. It does not need a pile of goo on top of it. No. I am a mac and cheese
I make it like spaghetti.
purist.
I have spaghetti, and then I have chili, and then I have cheese. And I didn't have fresh onions today because they didn't get here, but I like fresh onions on it and some sour cream.
Now, I've not had it with the sour cream. That does sound delicious.
Diz.
But, yeah, what we consider chili mac is where you have mac and cheese, perfectly good, beautiful, golden, cheesy mac and cheese, and then you put chili on it and mix it up. No. Mm-mm.
It's definitely a texture issue for me. I can tell because macaroni and cheese, especially homemade macaroni and cheese, has a specific texture, and you don't fuck with that.
You don't fuck with mac and cheese in my house anyway. You don't do it in my presence either.
Well, Kraft macaroni and cheese out of the box
gave me food poisoning for 3 days. No, thank you. I used to love it. I did. I used to love it. Like, I had, like, a weird craving for it one day. It's been, like, a couple months ago. And so we bought 2 boxes, and I said, we're going to go home, and we're going to make, like, a big old pot of cheesy mac and cheese. And, I mean, I did it up the way I always do it. Add extra real cheese in it and all that good shit. It was delicious. We were all about to climb over top of each other for the one bathroom that we all share in this house within a few hours afterwards. So the only thing I can assume is there was something wrong with the cheese sauce that came in it. I don't know. We've been spoiled for far too long on like homemade, and then when we tried to take that one shortcut.
I like that macaroni and cheese with tuna and peas.
I can't do that either.
No, I don't like tuna.
My mom tried to make tuna helper one time because my dad wanted it because my dad likes tuna casserole. You know, the tuna mac.
I tried to make that. I used to eat it all the time when I was a kid. I tried to make that a couple months ago, and it was disgusting.
I can't take.
I'm like, I remember this being good.
I can't take perfectly good mac and cheese.
I do what I want.
And put weird shit in it. I can't do it. I can't put tuna in it. I can't. I can't. Sometimes
that was a staple growing up.
If I change the pasta, like I make my own like helpers.
So do I.
And so, like, I'll get a box of orzo, some frozen broccoli florets, and some chicken breast, and, like, cut up the chicken into little chunks and sear it off in the pan, or you can use, like, chicken nuggets if you want, I guess. I mean, it's your shit. But, and then put the broccoli in and take the orzo and make it, like, a cheesy orzo with, like, cheddar and all that good stuff. And it's really good. But don't dare call it mac and cheese in my house. It's like, nope, that's chicken helper. That's chicken broccoli, cheesy chicken and broccoli. It's not mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is an elbow noodle or a spiral noodle. Like, the noodle is okay, but it's got to be just noodles and cheese. No extra shit. Or else it's not mac and cheese. It's something else.
It's a casserole.
I like seafood mac and cheese, where it's like the white creamy Alfredo cheesy, but you got to be careful. It's got to have like mozzarella, maybe some Gruyere, and some Parmesan in it.
The only thing I'll put in my Parmesan cheese. The only thing I'll put in my mac and cheese is I like to use canned chicken, but I have to cook it on the stove first. Even though it's canned, I have to cook it on the stove first, just to heat it up.
I can't do canned chicken.
I can't do canned tuna. I don't know how the hell you can eat tuna out of a can.
Because I grew up eating it as poor.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't. I can have like a tuna fish sandwich, but I got to be in the mood for it. Now chicken out of a can.
That just tastes wrong. I tried for the longest time.
That's the way you gotta cook it first. You gotta cook it on a skillet first with some butter, or I use coconut oil. So I fry it up with coconut oil, and then I make it to crispy, and then I put it in my mac and cheese.
The only thing I use it for is I would pour cowboy candy in it and put it like in a quesadilla.
I tried. Somebody gave us some stuff, and there was a can of chicken in it. And I tried to make a casserole because I figured I could hide that shit in a casserole. I opened that can, and I swear I have smelled dog food that smelled more appetizing than canned chicken. And I was like, it's chicken. Why does this smell so bad?
Because it's boiled.
The smell of canned chicken just...
It's boiled, unseasoned. It's boiled and unseasoned.
Mm-hmm.
That is the worst smelling thing. Like, I would rather smell tuna out of a can than to smell chicken out of a can. For me, it's not the flavor of the canned chicken. I'm not hating on canned chicken. And if you broke, you make do with what you got, because that's the whole reason why I was using this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get past the smell. Like, once I could get past the smell of it, it's fine. And the casserole turned out great, by the way. Like, it was delicious. It was just that smell when you open the can. Like, it stuck in my sinuses. I'm not used to smelling bad smells anymore because of my sinuses being all fucked up. Like, if somebody poops or farts, I can't smell it. But canned chicken, oh, that's the new shit smell. No, don't make me smell that, please. Horrible.
Don't ever buy a whole canned chicken, people. It's disgusting.
Don't do it.
It's revolting.
A whole canned chicken?
Yep.
Yes, you can get an entire chicken in a can.
It's
I have seen it on
It's
top.
leftover from the Great Depression. Or the 50s, when they were getting over the Great Depression.
I don't even know why they can call that the Great Depression anymore, because considering the math and the numbers that's been ran, we are currently in the Greater Depression nowadays than we were back then. And people are just fine with it. It's amazing, humanity. Fascinating.
So I have sensory issues, but so I try to be really discreet when I'm trying stuff. And then just set it aside gently if I don't care for it. Because most of the time it has to do with the sensory. It's like it's too creamy, it's too chewy, it's too crunchy, whatever. Or dry. I don't like dry food. I don't like my meat dried out. I don't like it.
I used to be the least pickiest person I've ever known because there was so many things that my friends on Facebook and all, you know, the lists that people would do, like put an X if you wouldn't eat it, and I was like the one person who would be like, you know, I'd try it at least once, and I still am that way. However, due to this shit going on that I don't know what to do about, I have become like the pickiest person when it comes to food because not only is there texture issues, there's flavor issues because I'm used to what things used to taste like, and now I'm still having to get used to what they no longer taste like. I literally cried over Dr. Pepper, and I still cry over it to this day. Like, Dr. Pepper. I miss Dr. Pepper. Like, if I've even tried drinking root beer because I went out on a limb and was like, you know what? I've always hated root beer. I have no idea why I hate root beer, but I've always hated root beer. And so, like, because I know I tried it in my younger days and just wasn't fond of it, and I couldn't remember why. And so I was like, well, let's try it and see how it goes. Maybe now that my palate has flipped on its head, maybe I like it now. Nope, still don't like it, and now I know why. Because the recipe varies depending on the manufacturer. And A&W actually got in some shit recently because they were claiming that they put legit vanilla in their recipe, and they don't. And all it tastes like to me is evergreen. And evergreen to my brain goes chewing tobacco. And so that stems.
Wait, and pause. The A&W changed the recipe recently?
No, they didn't change their recipe. They were lying on their label. And it wasn't just A&W, but I know A&W was mentioned. There's a lot of root beer companies that are getting in some shit because they are alleging on their label that there is vanilla, like real vanilla, in their recipe, and there's not. They're not using legit vanilla.
They're using imitation.
I don't know if they're using beaver musk or not, but
Beaver musk is raspberry.
it's vanilla. Mm-hmm. Imitation vanilla comes from the gland of the beaver.
This is what they told me in cooking stuff when I was learning how to cook stuff.
Imitation vanilla, and even before I can finish typing, it comes up beaver. Is there beaver goo in your artificial vanilla extract? Castoreum is a heavily scented brown or tan goo that is secreted from a beaver's castor gland, which is located nail-bitingly close to its anal gland.
It's from petroleum.
Beavers use it to communicate with each other about marking territory. It is also used for raspberry in addition to vanilla. It's vanilla, raspberry, or
close
strawberry.
or ass-bitingly close?
Nail-bitingly.
According to this article, it's nail-bitingly close, but I like your response better.
So it's used to make imitation sweetener.
See, and then this no, it's not sweetened. It's flavors. There's a difference there. They're not sweet. They're extracts.
No. Yeah.
This one says that it's that most imitation vanillas, and this is why I don't use imitation vanilla, are used from petroleum byproducts. Get a big thing of Mexican vanilla; it'll last you most of your life.
Or if you really, really, really want to be like going that extra mile,
Buy
get
some
you
beans.
some vanilla beans. I know it's going to be pricey when you go to buy them,
But you can use them over and over and over.
Use the beans and get you a good brown bourbon. You can either use brown liquor
Vodka
or you can
works
use
too.
vodka, whichever you want to use. My mom uses bourbon, but
It really
said a
depends
lot
on
of
what
people
you
uses
like.
vodka. Yeah. And yeah, it's going to be brown because the vanilla pod is going to seep into it. You got to let him soak in a cool, dark place for...
Dark is a key word here, people.
At least...
It's 4 weeks, isn't it?
I want to say a month, yeah.
Yeah,
At least
like,
a month.
But the longer you do it, the better it gets.
That's right. And it'll save you so much money in the long run. I get my vanilla from my mom because she buys the shit and makes it. So it's like, well, why should I? She already does. So
yeah. Oh hell yeah, that's like kombucha. I used to make kombucha. I don't do anymore. I was the only one who was drinking it, anyways. The only thing that was really good about my kombucha.
Oh, okay.
It's the same
I
thing.
was like, that sounds close, but not. And I was like, wait, maybe it's a different thing.
Nope.
So that's why I asked.
But I was the only one in the house who drank it, so. It's fermented tea, if anyone wants to know what it is. It's fermented tea. But I would use real cherry juice in mine. It was delicious.
Our cherry mead turned out bitter, so we did not drink it day before yesterday. Goat said it was bitter, and as soon as he said it was bitter, I was like, nope, I ain't drinking it. Like, I want to, but I ain't yeah. He said, I don't know what happened with it. We used real cherries. Like, we got frozen ones because they were cheaper. And they were Dole brand. So we knew they were, like, good cherries. So we got those, and he used maraschinos, like the juice. The
I don't like
grenadine that's in it to try and help sweeten it to balance the two out. And I don't know.
Here's what I would do next time. This is how I would do it.
I told him to use it as a mixer.
I would do just honey mead and then pour at the end of the cycle, pour in cherry juice. You can make cherry juice or you can buy cherry juice, but just pour in the cherry juice on top of it and let it ferment for another week.
Yeah, it was our first run of doing it, so we'll try it again.
Yeah. Because the thing about juices, from when you start fermenting and stuff, you start getting into wine territory, which start to be vinegar. That's probably why you got the bitter.
He
flavor.
said bitter. I've not tasted it because once he said it tasted bitter.
It's probably what he accidentally did.
Nope.
Well, you should have gave it a shot.
Now if somebody tells me it's bitter, I'm not drinking it. It's not worth it.
I don't drink alcohol anyway.
Yeah.
So
I just don't.
Him could taste entirely sweet and mind-blowing to you.
That is a good point. I mean, we do still have it in the fridge. But if he said it was bitter, I'm just like, ugh.
You could add simple syrup to it too, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you could just mix it with something. Mix it with some fucking cherry Kool-Aid.
Or Sprite.
I mean, liquor's bitter anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a liquor if it's mead, but...
Well, you know what I mean. Like, liquors are bitter. So if you're mixing liquor with stuff, why not mix mead with stuff?
What's mead's alcohol content?
Not high.
It wasn't right, but it wasn't the point of making it so we could get drunk off of it. It's supposed to be a memorial mead, like pour one out for the homies, but no, it didn't go that well.
Try it again.
We'll try again. We're going to try to do it as a birthday one for January.
There you go. I've never used one of those. I don't know what they're called that you put on top. Bubblers. I've never used a bubbler. I'm just saying. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Because
Well,
I've never used
That's
one.
his baby.
Well,
I
that's
just
great.
give him flavor ideas. That's all I
The
do.
apple I made was amazing, though.
Yeah, the apple pie.
Well,
was
apple
great.
goes hard anyway. Apple juice will go hard anyway, and that's a nice flavor when it does go hard. So that makes sense. Cherry going hard, I've never heard of cherry juice going hard. So I don't know.
I don't know. I'm kind of with your idea of making just the basic and then adding flavor to it after the fact.
That's what I would do. I mean, I usually just drink the honey.
It came out a beautiful color. Like,
Oh, I
that
bet.
red is gorgeous. But if he says it tastes bitter, I'm like, I like sour. I don't like bitter.
Oh, I think you should go taste it right now.
I think I need to mail some to you and make you drink it.
I mean, I would drink it, but I don't know. Can you mail that to me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then sure. Let's give
Just
it a
don't be
shot.
giving it out to nobody under the age of 21.
I don't think I know anybody under the age of 21.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
No. All right. Next up is
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
at
You guys
6:30.
have fun. I'm going to go make dinner.
Okay.
Or attempt to
Right.
make dinner.
Sounds like a plan.
If the electricity will
Stay
allow
on.
it. Yeah. It's storming bad, y'all.
We just
like
hit
I've
a
already
record
had
high
like
for
ring.
today.
We had a ring notification come up a little while ago from the area, and it was somebody posting going, been without power for 30 minutes. Anybody got an idea what's going on? And then it thunders, and I'm like, I think they'll figure it out.
They'll get
He's
it.
not
in
even
a
going to
minute.
bother answering that question.
All
All right,
right,
everyone. We'll see you in a little bit. Have fun. Play safe.
Okay, lady, bye.
Don't wanna get closer. If you're playing with my mind, it ain't fair. Don't wanna spend my energy. Give my attention if yours ain't there. I don't wanna give you the best of me. If you're just gonna give the rest, you see, I don't play the long game unless I'm your end game, babe. Don't you do it to me what you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, we won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the